Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been the longest time, but we're not going to dwell on the fact that I haven't been here for a really long time. We're just going to move on to the future. You know, we are looking forward now. We're not going to dwell on the past. So I thought about it. I was like, okay, to get me back into kind of like the swing of things and how like being behind the camera is, let me actually do a Q&A video. I wouldn't really call it like a get to know me video, but you will get to know some stuff about me through this Q&A video. So I got different questions from a wide variety of people, and I got so many different questions. So hey, some of the questions I was not ready. I was like, what do you mean? Why are you asking me this? But I was like, you know what, it's actually fun to go through all of these questions and answer them as openly and honestly as I possibly can. Before I go on for longer, please do like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell their friends, tell your friends, tell their family, so that everybody lands up on this video today. Most importantly, guys, please share. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah, so before I start going on and just blabbering forever, let's get into today's video. Okay, so like I said, I got like a wide variety of questions. So what I did with these questions is I tried to group them into similar, like I tried to group them by how the questions were, so that I wasn't like all over the place answering many different things. So I grouped them into like easy answer questions. There's questions about religion, there's questions about my career, there's questions about friendship, relationships, and then there's like, I called them serious questions when I wrote it down, and these serious questions that had me like thinking, when I was like, okay, this is actually like a lot to think about kind of thing. So that's how the questions are grouped. So I've explained that at least. So let's get into the questions now. So the first question that I have is, how has lockdown been for you? Lockdown's been alright, eh? Lockdown hasn't been that bad. It's been a little bit frustrating though, being in one space and not being able to kind of do a lot or actually go anywhere without having to have a mask, because you forget to have a mask and all of that. But I think that's really the biggest frustration I've had. But other than that, lockdown has been pretty thumbs up. It's been a good thing for me. It's been like relaxing. I've rested pretty well during this lockdown. The second question is, where are you? I am at home. That's the best way to explain that question. I'm home. So the next question that we have is, can fish see water? I think fish can see water because they're in water, because if you're swimming you can see water, right? So I think fish can see water. That was a very strange question. I was like, really? But I think fish can see water. Are fish wet? Fish I think are wet, because when they're outside the water they're slimy-ish. So I don't think it's them being wet, but I can say fish is slimy. I think that's the only way I can actually answer that question. Fish are slimy. So yeah. What did you eat for breakfast? I had oats for breakfast. I just had plain oats and milk for breakfast, nothing special. Have you traveled to another country? Yes, I have traveled to another country. I've been to Botswana, I've been to Zim, and I've been to Cape Town, the Republic of Cape Town. Yeah. Yeah, I've traveled outside the country. What's my favorite color? What's your favorite color? I don't particularly have one color I can say is like my favorite. I think I vary amongst very many colors. I like yellow in its very many shades. I'm actually wearing yellow today, so I think it's a testament. I like yellow, I like mauve, I like sage, and I like grey. The darker greys. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, those are my favorite colors. Like, if anything around there is perfect for me. Would you prefer to have a car or motorbike? A car, definitely. I'm so anti motorbikes. I don't know how people do motorbikes. I just think of death when I think of motorbikes. So no motorbikes for me. What's the first app you open when you wake up? The first app I open It depends. It really depends on what needs my attention immediately. Because sometimes you wake up and you've got like 20,000 notifications on Twitter. You wake up, you've got like 20,000 emails you need to answer. So it really depends on what needs my attention. But in most cases, my emails are the first things I open when I wake up. Do you think aliens are real? I do not think aliens are real. I genuinely feel like aliens were just made for our entertainment. Or just for our, I don't know, they were just made to just mess like with our minds for us to think more about them. I don't know, I hope it makes sense. But I just think they were made up. Which of the 7 wonders of the world do you want to visit? I think I want to go to, it's really Taj Mahal or Machu Picchu. So I think Machu Picchu more than I do Taj Mahal. Machu Picchu's got a really like nice architectural thing going, and Peru seems like a really nice country, so definitely Machu Picchu. What's one thing that people would be shocked about me? I think people would be shocked to know I don't like people as much as people think I do. Not that like I don't like people, but like I'm not a people's person as much as people think I am. Everybody seems to think I'm a people's person. I'm not entirely the biggest people's person. I'm just super friendly to everyone. What's the one thing? No, I read that. If you could choose between spontaneity and being steady, what would you choose in anything? Honestly, I would choose to be steady. Being spontaneous is great and all, but hey, sometimes it's just. But I think I'll choose being steady, definitely without a doubt. Top 5 things on your bucket list. Top 5 things on my bucket list. I think I would like to. I want to bungee jump. There's this place in Morocco. I want to go to Marrakesh as well. So let me just that's one of those. There's a place in Morocco where you can do this crazy bungee jump that I want to do. So bungee jump in Morocco. Go to Marrakesh because I really feel like it's a place that's full of culture. I want to also go to Czech Republic. I think my bucket list is literally traveling. Traveling. I want to go to Czech Republic. I want to skydive as well. I really want to skydive, but also I'm just like, what if things are harness? What if just things just go wrong, you know? And then number 5. What's number 5? I want to go to Anne-Sophie Pique's restaurant in France. I think she's absolutely amazing, and her restaurant looks like really, really nice. It's just nice. I think that is top 5 on my bucket list. Are you a fan of camping? Yeah, I think I'm a fan of camping if it's not forced upon me, or if it's not something that I have. Like it's like you have to go and do it, no thank you. But I like the concept of camping in general. I like how it is, so I like the concept of camping, so I would say yes. Are you close with your family? Yes, I'm close with my family. I think lockdown has proven that we are close, and there are moments where being in the same place for long, you're like, oh my gosh, but yeah, we're close, very close. What do you do to uplift your spirits whenever you feel down or you feel low? I listen to a lot of music when I feel like unhappy. I think if I feel down, I listen to a lot of music. If not listening to a lot of music, I just literally watch a lot of movies. I just watch a lot of stuff. I just do anything to distract me from maybe why I'm feeling down, or just to fill in the space of why I'm feeling down. Top 5 songs you listen to when you're feeling down. 5 songs is not enough, because I think with songs that I listen to when I'm feeling down, it's a thing of songs I listen to because they're just upbeat and they're fun, and then there's songs that have a meaning. But from the top of my head, the songs I can think of would be Don't Forget to Breathe by Stormzy and Yiba. Yes, by Stormzy and Yiba. Get Mine by Midas Hutch, the one Thai remix. Low Key by Full Crate. Calm Down by Anderson .Paak. Good Life by Kanye and T-Pain. Juice by Lizzo. There's so many songs I'm thinking of right now and they're not coming, but I think I gave you guys 6, and those are are going to be the ones that yeah. Would you rather have ultimate money or ultimate love? That's a tough one, but honestly speaking, thinking about it, I'll probably have ultimate money, because in as much as people, I mean, people are gonna say, oh my gosh, you're seriously shallow for saying this, but in as much as money doesn't buy love, it kind of aids it. So if you have money, you can aid love, and you can have the best of both worlds. What's your favorite brand, shoes or clothing? My favorite shoe brand would definitely have to be Vans, the old school Vans. I absolutely adore them. Clothing, okay, they said all clothing, but now I'm just going to answer anyway. Clothing, I'm not really sure, but I'm getting into Nike these days. I seem to be drawn to Nike, so Vans, old school, and Nike as a brand. What's one thing that you're getting once you feel like you've made it? Like when I've made it, I'm definitely, the first purchase I'm going to make is an RS3. But if I like semi-make it, like I have enough money, but not enough money to buy an RS3, I'd probably buy a Burberry coat. I'm not really into like designer stuff, but that's literally one thing I just want, because it's such a cool, like the trench coat, it's such a cool thing. Like I just really want that. Do you dance and sing in the shower? I do dance and sing in the shower. I think that's why my showers take that long, because I just have like a mini dance break in between. What does your dream home look like? My dream home, I can't explain what my dream home looks like, or should look like, or will look like. So I think I'm just gonna like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna put it here or here, but somewhere down here I'm gonna just put up a picture, something with really high, I mean, it's a toss between fully like a full timber house, or like something with high walls, dark. So I don't know, but I'll put like two variations of what I think would be my dream house down below. If you could change one thing about you, what would it be? I don't know what I would change, but I think that I could just make my eyes a little bit bigger, because anybody who knows me has seen my pictures. If I smile, I just look like my eyes are closed, and I highly enjoy smiling, so that sucks. What's the one thing you instantly notice about people? Their hands. I notice people's hands first. What's your biggest pet peeve? People who chew loud. I cannot stand people who chew loud for the life of me. What's one place you would like to visit? Prague in the Czech Republic. What do you do for fun? I don't know what I do for fun. I do a lot of things, so yeah. I don't know what I do for fun. I think I eat for fun. I go out eating for fun. That's one thing you could do over and over again. Travel. Easily travel over and over again. I think, okay, that was the end of the easy answer questions. I actually had quite a lot of those. I didn't know that there were that many. Now I'm going to get into, I don't know what's going on. My throat just went dry. I'm going to get into questions that have to do with religion. Why do you want to go to heaven besides the obvious reason? I guess the obvious reason is not going to hell. I think the biggest thing that would motivate me to go to heaven would be me wanting to ask people how they felt during certain things, or why they did what they did, and also to just chill with animals without the fear of being attacked. From a scale of 1 to 10, how Adventist are you? I think I'm pushing a solid 5. And I think that 5 is pushed by the fact that I can sing all the hymn books. Not all, but I can sing most hymn book songs without using like a hymn book. So I think that's pushing me up to a solid 5. I'm bordering between, like I'm a strong 5 entering 6. Like I'm kind of going into 6, but I'm a strong 5. Strong 5 definitely. Do you believe in life after death? I don't believe in life after death. I believe that if you've died, you've died. The death knows nothing. Are you a religious or a spiritual person? I'm a religious person. And the inquiry related questions would be, I think I have 3 questions that are the same question. How did you know you wanted to do, how did you know culinary arts was what you wanted to do? Did you wake up and make the decision, or did you speak to someone? And then the other question was, why did you choose to study culinary arts? Why did you choose to be a chef? I only decided to be a chef in matric actually, where just before prelims, we had careers. I mean, I was fortunate enough to go to a school that had so many things to do with careers day. So we had so many careers day from grade 8 to matric, and this one that I went to, the one just before prelims, I always went to the stands that had the sweets. And like in high school, all you want to do is eat and get stationery, honestly. That's it. And then I happened to bump into culinary school. And then when I figured out that, hey, this is actually what I want to do, I spoke to my brother about it first because I think he was the one. I trusted his thinking to know if he tells me, this is not really, viable, then I was going to, probably understand if I go to my parents. He said the school went to my parents. My parents were like, okay, cool. Strange fact, they actually made me have to motivate. I had to come up with a slideshow as to why I want to be a chef and the pros and the cons and everything. It was crazy, but that's pretty much how I bumped into being a chef. I don't think it was something I don't think at a young age I would have thought this is what I'm going to do, but when I figured it out, I knew that was the best decision I had made for myself. Yeah. What have you found your passion? If so, what? My passion is pastry. I love pastry. If anybody knows anything about me, pastry is where it's at for me. It's just crazy. It's such a, I can't even explain it. It's a different world. There's so much that you could do really in pastry. It's crazy. Baking or cooking, I think that will basically link to the previous question. I do not like cooking at all. Yeah, I don't like cooking. It's not it. So baking all the way. And then, what 2 things are holding you back from doing what could legit change your life right now? I think the 2 things that are holding me back would have to be money and connections. Ultimately, my dream is to open a tasting restaurant, but I don't have the capital to open a tasting restaurant. A tasting restaurant is basically where you would come and sit for like a 7-course meal of like really relatively sized food portions, but have 7 of them throughout. I mean, they cost a lot, but I don't have the money to start that kind of thing. I don't have the connections to, even if I started, I need people who know people to make sure that people come to the place. I don't know if that makes sense. So those are the 2 things that are holding me back, money and connections, definitely. And then, yeah, I think that's it with the career-related questions. In terms of friendships, what's the randomest way you've met a friend? I met a friend on a multi-mix. I think I was in grade 8 or 9. Somewhere there, I think I was in grade 8. We met on a multi-mix. She lived in Bumalanga, I lived in Joburg. And then it was a thing of, we're never gonna meet. Jigi Mutu was coming to us. She went to Macaulay House for high school, which was close by. But the thing is, even if she was there, it was kind of like I would never be lost going to Macaulay House. Like Macaulay House was that way and home was this way. So it was that kind of thing. And then we actually met in person. I think I was in grade 10 when she played netball. So Macaulay used to play greenside in netball, and that's how we actually met in person. And then we've been friends ever since, actually. So I think that has to be, if I look back, I'm like, yo, that's the strangest friendship because we're actually still friends now. If 3 of your friends could gather in one room today, what's the one thing they'd agree on? I think, this is a very difficult question because I'm pretty much hyping myself up in this question. But the 3 things that my friends would probably agree on is the fact that I am funny. Everywhere I am, I think I make people laugh a good amount. So I think they'll agree that I'm funny. They'll agree that I think I'm a present friend. I'm that person when it's like, yo, dude, I need you right now, or I need help. If I'm available and if I can do it, I will definitely be that person who's there for you. 3rd one, I don't know. I mean, besides the fact that I can cook, they would all agree on that. I think that's the cliche, that's the obvious, but that's what they would agree on. One thing you never forget about people, if we're separated for a while, what's the one thing you'd remember? I think this is a person-to-person kind of thing. So I'll use an example of my best friend and I. We kind of started talking for a while, and the one thing that I would always think of when I thought about her was her laugh. She has this laugh that even if she's laughing at you, or you're not talking to her and she starts laughing, or you're just in a bad space, you also just start laughing because she's laughing. So she has the most infectious laugh ever. So I think that's the thing, but it's a person-to-person basis. So different friendships or relationships have different things I'll remember people by.
And then, would you prefer to be hurt by someone you love or someone you trusted the most? Whew. Oh, that's a really tough one. I mean, obviously none, but if I were to choose one, I think I would go for someone that I love. For me to trust you, I think for me to trust you is much bigger than for me to love you. I think I'm just gonna look at it in that way. I think that's how it is. And then in terms of in our relationships, are you a flirt? I don't think I am. I don't even think I know what flirting is. Yeah, I just go with the flow. I just say what I need to say. I don't think I'm a flirt, honestly. When did you honestly reveal your true feelings to someone, no matter how hard it was to tell them, and what did you tell the person? Last time, I just told someone I missed them. That was all. I was like, yo, dude, I miss you. And that was, yeah, I think that was me telling you I miss you is a big thing, because I just don't tell people I miss them, honestly. How do you break up with someone who's deeply in love with you in their mind, but you're not there, but would want to remain friends? Yeah. But if you're in love with, if I'm in love with you in my mind, I don't particularly have, like, wait, if the person is in love with you in their mind, you don't have to particularly break up with them, because I'm guessing you're not with them. So you just let them down gently, or just emphasize friendship. In everything that you do, you say friend, or I don't know, like emphasize friendship, make friendship like a thing that is in their face, and I think they'll eventually get it. What are the two things you value most in a really romantic relationship? I think the only things not the only, but the top two things I value are consistency and accountability. I think people need to be consistent, and also you need to be accountable for your actions. That's it. Love with no heartbreaks or no love at all. Listen, no love at all. Heartbreak is the pits. No. Is broken English spoken / written by a partner a deal breaker? I think so. I'm very big. I think I'm big on punctuation. I know when I text I don't auto capitalize, but I'm big on punctuation. English has to. I mean, unfortunately, we live in a society. Okay, well, in a time where English is actually like the main language that we speak. So if our main form of communication is just not it's not together, what are we doing? So yes, it's a deal breaker for me. Call me shallow if you will, but it's a deal breaker. And then I have like more serious questions. Why haven't you been on YouTube? I went to work in KZN, and in that time I did not have time to shoot anything. I would work from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock almost on a daily basis. And in between the times when I wasn't doing anything, I just wanted to sleep. So I just didn't have time to shoot. I didn't have space to shoot. If anybody knows, it kind of affected my social life. It affected a lot of different things, my friendships with people and relationships and whatever. Yeah, I couldn't shoot because of that. I simply had no time, and whenever I was home, when I was off work, I just wanted to sleep, or I would meet up with a friend, but I just wanted to meet up with a friend without having to shoot content. What do you think of a person who's always available for the most toxic person in their life? I don't think I'm in a position to judge anybody who's available for a toxic person in their life. If it is, for me, I think it comes easy to kind of cut off people, or not cut off, but try and let them down gently, or just be unavailable for them. But it's each to their own, because some people are not like that. There are some people who genuinely want to be there for people no matter what happens. But for me personally, toxic people are an absolute no for me. Sorry. Knowing how cruel and stressful the world can be, do you think bringing a child to this world could be a selfish act to tick off a life clock desire? Honestly, I think the world's always been cruel, right? The world has been cruel. It's just how best are you going to deal with this the type of cruelty that you're dealing with now. I think at every stage there was something
that was like, yo, would I really want to bring my child into this? I mean, some people lived through apartheid, some people lived through the World War, but they still had kids. I think it's a personal choice, firstly. I mean, you can choose not to have a child now, you can choose to have a child, but I think it's how you navigate through the difficulties that are there. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I think it's not selfish at all. You just have to deal with whatever, like I said, issues are there at the time. You know, I mean, if you want to have a kid, hey, why not? Do you have a kid? You wouldn't want to deprive someone of a life because of fear, I guess. What are your biggest fears? My biggest fears are, I always say my biggest fear is not reaching my full potential. I know people are like, oh, that's so cliche, come on, really? But yeah, that's my biggest fear. I don't really know what my full potential is, but I think I will know what my full potential is when I get there. So my biggest fear really is not reaching my full potential. And also my biggest fear is just like not enjoying life, like wasting away in life. You work so hard, all the time, and then you might actually not enjoy your life. You know, that's a big fear of mine, of having worked so hard to achieve things and then not enjoying that at all, really. Do you think political leaders from the president down should be transparent about their sponsors? I think if they were transparent, it would put people at ease. It would put people would be more calmer than they are now, because people like knowing things. That's the one thing about people. People always like to be in the know. So if they know stuff, it's easier for them to kind of be like, okay, yeah, we know this kind of thing, so we're just gonna trust the process, or give more of our trust to political leaders and the like, than if we don't know anything. I think we've reached our final question. Yes, I want to talk to people, right? But I think it's a lot. It's just too much. It's just a lot. So I just distract myself with 20,000 other things. That's why I never go on WhatsApp as much. So if you really feel like you really want to have a conversation with me, find me on Twitter, DM me on Twitter, or just shoot me an iMessage. That's the best way you will actually find me. But other than that, if you want me to respond to something immediately, or you want my attention on something immediately, and you WhatsApp me, you're not gonna find me, because yeah, WhatsApp is not really top of my priority. It's not even on my screen. Like, I have to go into the main menu to find WhatsApp. That's how bad it is. Yeah. So yeah, that was the last question. Actually, I highly enjoyed doing this. Thank you very much to everybody who came through with the questions. The questions were like I said, a massive variety of different questions. You had why would you ask me such to? Yo, I've actually never thought about that kind of thing. So yeah, I think that is us done with the video. Please do like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell their friends, and their friends to tell their family, and so forth. And I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers.